leche. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here's we guys again. It's the Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Savioress. That's what we like to call ourselves and use. All of us, everyone's and various most specials. More is our Comingsz, various most Soons, our youngers, including Maple Risen, Rosa Risen, Sarah Angeles, also particularly Edith, and Lining Leeds, Rachel Maurice, Daniel Diaz, Vanessa Salia, and Arnold Smith Wesley, and their mothers, all of Shakitas, and their mothers and aunts, of course, me and, of course, Anna Marie's and Juliana Marie's Equinoxtrueqsz, and Diaz Divine, and, well, Virginia Volundry, New Times, and Lydia Diaz Divine, and Barbara's and Generous, lots more there. And you'll hear more about the names of what includes with our great-grandmama. You'll hear more about that in a few moments soon. And that's what we like to call ourselves, and all of us, everyone's, including Hughes. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of hers and histories on this, our homes, and all our planets, past, present, futures, and contexts for heavens on this, all our earths, we also call ourselves other names, such as including several young goddesses of gods. Now, as descendants, we're trying to become a pantheon above others. No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and arrowways, all the females and males, all the souls that God has created and incarnated, past, present, future, shells and cans and shells be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and context, for the heavens of this and all earth. Now, as does that in any way suggest we're trying to usurp the ever-lovings, ever-livings, authorities, and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever-present in all creations and all sustainings, including us and all that we know, and has ever known, and shells ever known, past, present, futures, all our families and communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to co-stewards and appreciates. And so we say, Namaste, it's the divines within us, greets the divines within you, and all. So we say, Mikutuya, Oyosi, Mikutuya, Koseveros, we are all related. We are any's and alls and everyone's also related, and because we know it says we are, it's all related. We shells and cans and shells come together again, back and forth in circles, times, in this balance and context for sevens, for heavens on this one, all earth, sevens, one, heavens on this one, all earth. And we also says the elites within us, Greeks, the elites within you, and alls. Comingsz, Mars, Proxies, Vahaval, Chaim, Shalom, Sol, Salam, Mir, Pache, Namaste, Chinquays, Ubuntu, back and forth, divided by leaves, for their drinks. Americes, Chalish, Lanzavags, Sayanaras, Das Vidanias, Good Days, Cheerios, and all the languages of all the heritages used in lands and continents and beyond, because space-time is not linear. So the Gemara says, let's say, loves and lives ever young's longest, and prospers every once and all, for heavens on this and all earth. And because we know it, so we also are all created of star stuff, and we are combining and integrating in our ways of our lovings, the living, the learnings, the ancient kindness and wisdom of ancient civilizations, the epochs, especially the very lengthy Magdalenian, egalitarian area, and especially also of Atlantis, also called Pleiades, Atlantides, Hesperides, Thrace, Ubuntu, back and forth, Dominican, these were the Vedic, Druidic, Celtics, and lots more. So these are reborns, nativities, and every young springs are adults. And so therefore we also call ourselves other names, such as White Gap, Buffalo Women's, Changing Women's, and of course young couples. Changing Women's, Iroquois, Goddess Clan Mothers, we have Sister Casino, cousin brothers, nieces and nephews, and nieces, Royanas of the clans and Jeds, and we call ourselves Sky Women's, Earth Women's, Spider Women's, Kachinas, Katinas, Rishas and Yumayas, Avash Casteros, Quanians, Buddhists, Sharons, Kalki, Mamadi, Messiahs, and Cosmic Christ. Now, don't let these names intimidate Jews. In ancient languages, they simply translate to anointed. Anointed to do what? To reconnect the divine feminines and divine masculines via divine democracies towards heavens on this earth. On all earths now cosmically, and therefore we also call ourselves other names, such as always Christmases, always holy nativities, females and males, babies, and we call ourselves equally always holy New Year's every day as nativities, and we call ourselves co-cupids, and co-psyches and eroses, and co-estelarians and co-estrarians for the new times, and we call ourselves. Why? Because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is the 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes equally. It's all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively, and all and connecting their families, of course, of all the apostles' families, females and males, to their ancient heritage, of course, of Atlantis, also called Hesperides, Pleiades, Atlantides, Thrace, Ubuntu, back and forth, Dominican, Orleans, various Vedic, Druidics, Celtic cells, more something about Celtic cells, very real stargates, Atlantis, and all holy lands and sacred earth's risen. And the last that shall be first go first, kingdom for a real stargate, Star Trek, Caribbean cultures for heaven, so this is all artists of contact. That sounds like a daunting task to core Curly's open the stargates, and the Akashic records for importance and risk of humanities, but actually is easily accomplished via the pneumonial rule, which you can read at 50/50, not at WordPress.com, and just text read the Elliot steps for easily accomplished strategies for making us messos. You'll also see a page on the website called Amongst the Representatives. Use, and use. We could use to shells and cans and cans and shells join us and become the Equinoxtrueqsz, Couszmic channels, plus for else. You can see our names and pictures here, and yours too. We have our family trees, and yours symbolized by picture frames, and so we start genealogically, first come first with our great-grandmothers, and then all, of course, all the Shekinahs of our families currently, and then equally and especially for starting for us, and opening the stargates, the Akashic records, as well as also our youngest generations of female elves and men elves, and Elahaz and Elohim, Ellie circles and Erwin. So we'll say some of the names, and again, we'll say some of them. We have Jacob, we'll say, and Equinoxtrueqsz, and all the Equinoxtrueqsz, God's clear mother, Vekos, Shkudis, Kolkas, brothers, equally of clans and gens that are more recently currently Barbara Herschel, Elodie Costanze, and Virginia, the Lord of the and of course, our co-wife, Buffalo Women. We have Murder World's Reader Pearl, and especially my Patricia Sunrise, and of course, Martha and Sophie, and Laura, and we see crickets, so loyalties, and of course, we have our Winter Swimmers, our Mabels, our Lonely and Gaellas, and Groggies, and Sislins, and Belindas, and Amazing Graces, lots more there, and we have our Light families, Bonnies and Sylvies, lots more there, and of course, we are reintertwining Shoshana and Stellarian families, we have our Allens and Hannahs, lots more there, and of course, nears and dears, our Rangers, our Hearts, our reintertwining Magdalens and Nazarenes, Venusians and Mars, Australia, Liberty, Australia, and especially a Terrierian, equally, a Terrierian, Radiant Rain, a Terrierian, Jubilant Jacqueline, Precious Saturday, Richard Baskin, Marie, Roman, Papa, Griminette, all the gracious Dorothy, Dorothy's, she too learning all the lessons of wizards of hearts that we all are, with Malcolm and Shirley, and Elena, Leon, and Jenny, the Gaia family, and Rachel, and Paul, Stargate's family, Barbara's, Kathleen's, Hobley's, Kenjins, and Shelshin's, and Jan's, and families, and of course we have our current generation of females, our Esther's and Rachel's, and Maurice and Julie, and Maurice equal years, our Jennifer's, and Diaz, and Barbara's, and Georgie's last one there, and of course our Edwards and Rose Edwards, and so many Georgia's good Edith, our Kate Center of Savage, so much Fresh Waters, our Lighting Lees, Hadal Sunlia, Lighting Lees, Vanessa Lees, Hadal Sunlia, Leon Last, Ben Shannon John's Blessed Bows, and those are coming to raise, always Estelarians, always Estelarians, all relatedly soon, La Leche, Purdy on patriarchy, past, present, futures, ever ye's blessings.